The river has three different parts: upper, middle, and lower course. A river starts in the upper course. The water in the upper course flows slowly through narrow and shallow channels, slithering through interlocking spurs. Interlocking spurs are created when a river encounters hard rock and goes to the softer rock, making a zigzag line. Erosion is the cause of four main things: hydraulic action, which is the erosion caused by the pressure of the water. Corrosion or abrasion is when rocks smash into the ground with force. Attrition, the collision of sediments, and solution or corrosion is when the water has acids which wear away the rock. The river on the upper course flows downhill from the mountain. It has a low charge, so it only has enough power to erode downward. So hydraulic action, solution, and abrasion deepen the river valley. The sides left over are exposed to weathering. When the sides begin to crumble and fall, the falling rocks help the rate of erosion and deepen the river bed even more. Later, the rocks are transported downstream, deepening and widening the valley. This is what we get: a V-shaped valley. Waterfalls are a natural creation that are a cause of erosion in the upper course. Firstly, the river flows over layers of hard and soft rock. Soft rock is easier to erode, so it wears off first and creates an undercut. Then, plunge pool is created, and the rocks that are left hanging are called the overhanging. After some time, they fall down, filling the plunge pool. This process continues, causing the waterfalls to retreat. What is created from the retreating waterfall is called a gorge. The middle course has two main features: meanders and oxbow lake. All that it takes to turn a straight stretch of a river into a bendy one is a little disturbance and a lot of time. And in nature, there's plenty of both. Say, for example, that a muskrat burrows herself a den in a bank of a stream. Her tunnels make for a cozy home, but they also weaken the bank, which eventually begins to crumble and slump into the stream. Water rushes into the newly formed hollow, sweeping away loose dirt and making the hollow even hollower, which lets the water rush a little faster and sweep away a little more dirt from the bank. And also, so on. As more of the stream flows is diverted into the deepening hole on one bank and away from the other side, the channel flow there weakens and slows, and since slow-moving water can carry the sand-sized particles that fast-moving water can, that dirt drops to the bottom and builds up to make the water there shallower and then slower. And then it keeps accumulating until the edge of the stream becomes new land on the inside bank. Meanwhile, fast-moving water near the outside bank sweeps out to the curve, with enough momentum to carry it across the channel and slam it into the other side, where it starts to carve another curve, and then another, and then another, and then another. The wider the stream, the longer it takes this slingshotting current to reach the other side, and the greater the downstream distance to the next curve. In fact, measurements of meandering streams all over the world reveal a striking regular pattern. The length of one S-shaped meander tends to be about 6 times the width of the channel. So little tiny meandering streams tend to look just like miniature versions of the bigger relative. As long as nothing gets in the way of a river's meandering, its curves will continue to grow curvier and curvier until they loop around and bubble into themselves. Then, what happens? The river follows the straighter path downhill, leaving behind a crescent-shaped remnant called an oxbow lake. Did you know there are oxbow lakes and meanders in Mars?